What is going on, dreamers? Good morning, rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day to go ahead and be alive, get 1% better for the day. Hope you guys all had a phenomenal start to the AM. Today's been really hectic. I've been running around like crazy, a little bit of a late start, but we are here, none of the less. So it's good to see you, fam. Dreamers, love it, love it. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today, we're going to be getting into the big three that Tony Robbins talks about, which is going to be the focus, the language that we're speaking on a daily basis, and the meaning that we're giving our ideas, our thoughts, our vision, our goals on a daily basis. So this is crucial, phenomenal training coming in. It's going to be super short and sweet, and go ahead and get us out of here. I know a lot of you got a packed out, busy schedule coming in for today. So let me know, what is everybody grateful for coming into today? So grateful to be alive, thankful for each and every single one of you, grateful for God, thankful for the access, so grateful for these times that we're living in, right? While many are scared, we have one of the biggest opportunities sitting right here at our fingertips. So fired up, lovely dreamers. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get into it for today. So Tony Robbins, right? He talks about how I don't care no matter what anybody's going through, no matter what the scenario seems like it's on the left, no matter what it seems like it's on the right, every single one of us has the ability to go ahead and be able to change the way we see things, so the way that we see things can change. And here's what he talks about, right? The first way to go ahead and get back into the groove, get back into the flow state, get back into taking massive action, number one is going to be the focus. Jojo, lovely, it's good to see you. So number one is going to be the focus. And we talked about focus yesterday, right? Follow one course until successful. Get in the gym. Let's go. I love to see it. So when it comes to focus, right, what are we focusing on every single day? And I believe one of the biggest ways to go ahead and truly get focused is to get organized, right? Because when we're organized, now we can see the day, and now we are running the day, and the day is no longer running us. So focus, what does the day look like before we even get up? Drop a 3 down below if you guys already have your calendar, your goals, your layout for the day before you even wake up. Let me know. Drop it down below, because this is how I know if you're focused. This is how I know if you're truly serious and we're really locked in on our goals. You see, somebody that's not focused, they're not going to be able to show a calendar. They're not going to be able to show a daily to-do list. They're not going to be able to go ahead and show you things written on paper for the month. Let's go. And that's how you really start taking things to the next level. We map out the day, we map out the week, we map out the month. Heck, for a lot of us on this call, believe it or not, we literally have the whole next 6 months already mapped out. It's already planned. It's already set in stone. All of us are leading right now until October 31st, where we are going out to Tulum. I got to remind you guys all the time. We are going out to Tulum from October 31st to November 2nd for one of the most memorable experiences of a lifetime. And then straight from Tulum, we're going to be taking a flight over to Monterrey, Mexico. And I can tell you guys right now, those that have never been to Mexico, you've never experienced the beaches, the food, how cheap everything is, the atmosphere, the energy, the people. Let me tell you, it is something that you do not want to miss, right? So that's going to be coming soon. We're focused for the future because we know every single day is leading towards tomorrow, is leading towards that goal that we all have framed. So number one is going to be focused. Like think about a bodybuilder that's training for a show, right? Most of the time a show might be, 2 or 3 months out ahead of time. But the bodybuilder understands that they have to get their meal prep right now. They've got to lay out the whole weekly meal plan before it even happens. And they've got to do that consistently for the next 30, 60, 90 days. And they know with that being done, by the time that they get to that show, now they're going to be ready to go ahead and truly perform. But it's because they had a system. They had a focused plan. So number one is going to be focused. How focused are we? Some of us, we have a goal card that we wake up and read every single day. Some of us write our goals every day. This is how you know if you're truly focused. We see how much comes in and out daily. Yes, big keys. All right, so number one is going to be focus. Number two, the second key that Tony Robbins talks about is the language that we speak. It's so funny. Whenever I get around my mentor, I'm so picky about the words that I use because I know any word that I throw out there, he's liable to go ahead and literally take my head and rip it off, or he calls it a cyber slap you in the face because there's words that we shouldn't be speaking. I'll give you a couple of them right now. Try, can't, I don't know. All of these words, believe it or not, they're literally feeding into lack. They're feeding into failure. But when you start learning about success, you start getting really deep about what it is that we're saying. This is why, even on my laptop, Shane, we got this years ago. It's called conceive, believe, achieve. If we can conceive the thought, if we can go ahead and get the idea, and we can believe in that idea and take action long enough, it can absolutely go ahead and be achieved. So number 2 is the language. What are we speaking every day? I'm so happy and grateful now that, boom, blank. Go ahead and finish that sentence. In November, I have X amount in my trading account because I put in the time, day in and day out. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've got, shout out to JoJo. JoJo's going to have 2,000 kachings in a matter of, could be the next 30 days. Who knows? But that's the language, right? What are we speaking? We talk about it in the chat. It's already done. That's one of my favorite hashtags. Everybody go ahead and drop it down below. It's already done. Imagine that. Imagine if all of the goals that we have written, the goals that we have inside of our mind, what if you could truly feel that and embody it as if it's already done? The trading account, the car, the house, the areas, the places that we're going to be able to travel, 350 sales away. Let's go. Oh my goodness. That's going to be knocked out in no time. Let's get some love down below. 2,000 sales in a year and a half. Absolutely insane. Incredible. Love to see it. So number 2 is going to be the language. What are we speaking every day? If you guys pay attention, when you go out into the real world and listen to people's language, listen to their conversations, remember this. Whatever somebody is speaking, they're thinking on a 10 times deeper level. So if I hear somebody speaking of lack, guess what? I already know what's going on in here. I know the neuroencoding they have. I know how deep this is literally happening at a cellular level. You guys know that? Every thought that we think, every feeling that we have, it literally goes throughout all of our cells. That's why somebody that is stressed, guess what's running throughout your body all day long? It's called cortisol. And cortisol, if you don't know, is one of the deadliest chemicals that exists inside of the human body. You guys know what stress feels like. It's hard to think. It's hard to imagine. It's hard to even get out of bed when there's cortisol running all throughout the body. And the way to change that, stress almost killed me. Yo, I know the feeling. Fam, I've had times when I get so stressed out, my whole body breaks out into hives. Like I'll literally start scratching so bad that I get scabs because I'm so stressed out. My mind is so freaking overwhelmed. I'm so worried about all the what ifs and what's not going right. I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like. I know what it's like to not even be able to go out in the sun. To be able to go out in the sun, you don't even feel the sunshine. You feel nothing but dull and gray and just low vibration. I know what that's like. I've spent a lot of days living like that. Been there many times, right? You guys know the feeling? But here's one of the best places to go ahead and change that is by the language. You see, I don't care where you're sleeping. I don't care where you live. Anybody can change the language right here, right now, today. I've got goosebumps as I'm starting to get into this because I'm just replaying all of these stories that I've seen over the years. I've seen some of my students, they were living in their car. Some of them were living inside of a trailer. Others were living inside of a 1-bedroom, tiny 400 square foot apartment with no AC, nothing. I'm talking about bare bones. They couldn't afford it, right? I taught them the same thing. It's what we see, it's what we speak, and it's the meaning that we give things every day. So I don't even care if you're living in a trailer. I don't care if you're living in your car. What are you seeing every day? Because we can change that. We can change the back screen on our phone. We can change what it is that we write every day. We can go to the dollar store and go buy 100 little sticky notepads and go write all over them. I am great. I am powerful. I am capable of a lot of amazing things in my life. That's the language it takes when starting to change the way we speak. Oh, my phone's dead. I was going to show you guys right now, but if you were to look at my back screen, I'm speaking the vision. If you guys even were to look at the background of my Telegram, it says chairman on the back of it. I'm speaking the vision every time that I look at it subconsciously. So this is so huge, is to really identify what are the words that we're speaking. Are we speaking lack? Are we speaking abundance? Are we speaking growth? Are we speaking life over our lives? It says it right in the Bible. Death and life, finish it for me, is in the power of the tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Those that understand it shall reap the benefits. Okay. And last but not least, here's the third tip that Tony Robbins talks about all day long. He says focus, he says language, and the last piece that he touches on is the meaning. This is very crucial right here, the meaning. Now, here's something I noticed over the years. Words. Words are very powerful, right? You can take one word, you can peel it back a little bit, and you can start to identify a completely different meaning. Completely different meaning. I'll give you guys a couple of examples, right? Here's one, okay? When you look at the word believe, what's inside of the word believe? I. It's right in the middle of it. I is right in the middle of believe. So if we don't take the time to believe in ourselves, I, not Johnny, not Timmy, not Danny99 that's on social media, until I start to believe in myself, in my capabilities, and what we are capable of doing, this is when the real change happens. The meaning. What is the meaning that we have for ourselves? What is the value that we've given ourselves? One of the most game-changing questions that you can go and ask anybody to see where their brain's at, to see where their meaning is at. Ask them, how much an hour, watch this, how much an hour do you believe that you are worth? Drop it down below. Let me see it. Let me see your answers down below. How much an hour are you worth? This has everything to do with meaning. The answer that you give me to this question is going to directly correlate what's happening inside of your life. Because if the answer is 20, 15, 10, 30, 50, 100, 200, 500, this is why most people are stuck. Because they don't believe that they're worth more than 10 an hour. They don't believe that they're capable of making more than $55 an hour. But you see, getting out of college, this was the meaning that hit me. This is where Define Dreams became born. Getting out of college, I'm looking at everybody and nobody's making more than 15, 20 an hour. And we just spent $33,000 to go to school for 4.5 years. There's no way that we don't have more potential than $5, $10, $15, $20 an hour. Would you guys agree? Yes or yes? But the biggest difference is right here. What is the meaning we have for ourselves? When we raise our standards, when we raise the value, we start to understand we're built for a lot more than just clocking into a job, paying bills, paying taxes, going to sleep, and calling that life. That's not living. That's just existing. I tell people this all the time. How many greens do you want coming in versus the reds? Think about it. Most people have 30 reds coming in. We've got rent, utilities, bills, cars, insurance, phone. We've got all of these reds coming out, but many only have one green stream of income coming in. How does that make sense? How are we ever going to be able to get by with only one green stream coming in and 35 red streams coming out? There's no way it's possible. But when we change the meaning for ourselves that, you know what? I am capable of multiple streams of income. I can learn how to trade. I can learn about e-commerce. I can learn how to go ahead and brand myself and build the brand on social media. Most people, yeah, you're right. Most people think about it. They're happy with 2 greens a month. Some people have a job. Some people might get Social Security, and that's it. They're good. Nothing wrong with that. That's okay. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that each and every one of us, we have talents. We definitely have skills, and we for sure have ideas that are waiting to go ahead and get out, be heard, and help the next person. So, family, with that being said, I want to keep today super short and sweet, but that's the three. That's the three big three that Tony Robbins gets deep about. He talks about the focus that we have, the language that we speak, and the meaning that we give life, the meaning that we give words, and the meaning that we give ourselves. And when those three start to change, everything starts to open up. So, fam, happy Friday. Hope you all have a phenomenal day. Anything you need, we're here for you every step of the way. And let's go out. Let's push the envelope. TGIF, right? Thank goodness it's Friday. How many people do we know right now that have been waiting all freaking week for today? They couldn't wait for Friday. And now that they get to Friday, now they're going to go play, spend all their money, not learn, and then come back right again on Monday and be broken and repeat the same habitual cycle for the next 40 years. That's most people. So if you're on this call, I believe you are here to go ahead and get 1% better, to grow, to elevate, and to use all of this transformational energy to boost and uplift all of us to new levels and new heights. So, Mike, ready to start living, not just being a part of it. Great call. I appreciate you, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. If nobody told you today, fam, you are valuable, you are impacting, and your standards, I believe, have now just been risen. So let's go out and make the most of summer 2024. I love you, fam. It's game time. Let's turn these dreams into reality. Let's go.